There is a diagnosis called premenstrual dysphoric disorder, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about what that looks like. So, mood swings. So this would be about the week prior to actually getting your period. Mood swings, irritability, anger, a depressed mood, anxiety, tension. So those are kind of our mood symptoms there, okay? Then we also have a decreased interest in activity, not really wanting to do things, feeling more tired, trouble concentrating, difficulty sleeping, feeling overwhelmed. Okay, so those are more of our kind of how this impacts our day kinds of things. Does that sound familiar? For a lot of my life, this was called PMS. You are not supposed to feel that way the week before your period. When you are feeling that way, there is something off with your hormones. So when a person comes in to see me and they're experiencing these symptoms, that could sound like depression, but it's happening right around that time that they get their period. Get your period and now I feel better. Now these things are going away. That isn't typical. And we want to look at what's going on internally. Now, what throws off hormones? A whole bunch of things throw off hormones. So let's go back to the gut. If your gut isn't working well, you are not absorbing nutrients the way that you need to absorb, and your body's not getting what it needs to function well. 80% of our immune system is in our gut. So if your gut isn't working well, you're also not fighting things off the way that you are designed to fight them off. So there can be a lot of things going on there. You get an infection, there's inflammation, that impacts, again, your body's immune response because now it's fighting inflammation and then you're getting more sick. There's a lot of things that get thrown off. And when there are things off in our body, then our hormones can get thrown off too. So when I go through and look at blood work and find the root cause, we take care of that root cause. So if there is, say, an active virus, take care of that virus, support the body so that it can fight the virus, and do what it needs to do to get that in an inactive state, and then start healing the rest of the stuff. So it doesn't help to just take a probiotic. Probiotics are great. There's nothing wrong with them. But if we're not really getting to the root cause, just taking a probiotic isn't going to get everything back in balance. So there's a system involved with this. We're going to support your body so that it can do what it needs. Then we start healing the gut. Typically, most of us need our gut healed. Then we start healing the gut, and then we get into the hormones. Because if we're not doing all this other stuff before we get into supporting your hormones, they're just going to get back to where they were before. So if you are experiencing PMS, there may be something else going on inside of your body that we can find in your blood work.